Hi, AT from CNC at Home. I have a quick video this week. I've had a few quotes that I want to make coasters of, and this is one that jumped out at me. This is from the new Star Trek show called Strange New Worlds. It was a quote from one of the characters, Noonien-Singh, and it's, "Not believing you are going to die is what gets you killed." And so I just typed that in using text, and I'm just using my standard 108mm template, so everything should fit on a standard coaster. I found a picture that I thought would work well of the character. I brought that in, and if we look at our properties for this image, we'll see that I changed the contrast and brightness just a little bit. It was kind of dark and dingy, and I didn't think it would render real well, so I went ahead and boosted the contrast to 20 and the brightness to 10. This is what it looks like without any of that. So as you can see, it's kind of dark, and it didn't look like it would render real well or burn really well. So I just brought that brightness up, and hopefully this will work well. I found this Star Trek Strange New Worlds logo on the internet. I just Googled it, and it was an SVG file, so I was able to just bring it in. It was already vectors. I did do a little cleanup on it. There was some shading and stuff that really wouldn't work for what we're doing. I do need to go in to this whole burn and assign the correct burn parameters. So for a tile, and this is going to be a titanium dioxide tile, we have an image, so I will go ahead and assign those burn parameters here. And then we have fill. Do I want fill with trace? I don't think I need fill with trace on this, so we'll go ahead and assign that to these two layers. So all of our parameters should be good. If we do a preview, we can see that this is going to take about 25 minutes. Take a quick look at the burn path. It's going to do the image and then all of this. Okay, that all looks pretty standard. So a lot going on here. It's going to take a little bit longer to burn this. I do have some tiles already coated with titanium dioxide. It was just a mixture of 3 parts denatured alcohol to 1 part titanium dioxide, and I used a syringe just to squirt that on the tile and let it drip off. That seems to be pretty quick and does a nice job of giving an even coat. Let's go ahead and send this over to the laser and watch that burn. It turns out that there is actually a fill going here. I didn't notice that. I thought I did trace, but this is a fill, and that means that there are 2 layers here. And what's happening is, for some reason, it's not filling in this top part. We can see that if we do a preview. That top part just isn't getting done quite correctly. So let's see if we can fix that up. Not quite sure how I want to do this. One way would be to get rid of the inner line on that, and boy, I don't know. I have to ungroup all of that. Let's see what happens. Oh, I see, it's just an offset. That's not so bad. Let's see what that looks like in preview. Alright, that looks good. The trick will be to see how that prints, or how that etches. So let's go ahead and select just that part, and then we'll say cut selected graphics. We'll do our preview. So it's getting just the words. And if we zoom out, we'll see that our origin is still down here at the bottom. because we're not changing this use selection origin, which would put it way up here. So this will keep everything aligned. Let's go ahead and burn that. It should only take a few seconds. It looks like 15, and we'll see if that looks any better. That looks kind of weird. Maybe we need to do a fill. I don't know if that's going to help it. Otherwise, the image turned out well. Everything else turned out nicely. It's just, boy, that's kind of eh. Yeah, still looks gunky. I'm just going to reburn the whole thing. Everything else looks good. We'll leave the Star Trek back as outlined, but without the extra outline. That should be good. Here's what that first one ended up looking like. It doesn't look so bad. It's just that little extra lines and stuff in there. I decided to reburn it. This time I did it with just the outline, and that's just too faint. So I'm burning a third one that actually this will just be filled in, and it should pretty much look like this, but this will be cleaner. So the whole design worked out pretty well. I like the quote. It only took 3 tries to get the one I wanted. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content of our channel, think about subscribing, as that really helps us out. Enjoy doing your CNC at home projects.